Golfers across the country gather at the Benin Golf Club, Benin City, to pay their last respects with a memorial tournament in honor of late Chief Sam Iradia. The ceremonial tee-off was done by the Executive Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, followed by his deputy, Philip Shaibu, ex-governor of Lagos and Oyo States, Chief Olagusoye Oyilola, and thereafter the captain and past captains of the club present, as well as the children. Governor Godwin Obaseki and some of the golfers said late Sam Iradia will be remembered for his passion for the game.
The late Chief Sam Iradia was a consummate golfer in every sense of the word. And he was one of those who created excitement in the game of golf, particularly as it relates to Benin Club. Golf is a very sociable game, and with golf, Sam Iradia played practically every course in this country and many parts of the world. And what that did was to create a whole network of friends and relationships. He introduced his own innovations in the game. The Jammy Club of Benin, for instance, largely owes its origins to him. And so we should continue to play golf and enjoy golf and build relationships just like he did.
I came across Repa, as we used to call him. I think during the course of my service as a military administrator of Lagos, he's one man that is very, very selfless in doing things. I had the opportunity of serving again as an elected governor of Osun State. In all my relationship with Ipa, he never at any time requested for any favor for himself from me. Even though I would have given him anything he would have wanted from me as governor, either in Lagos or in Osun State, but I see him fighting for anybody that he thinks needs to be helped. And that's why I say he's a very selfless man and very kind-hearted.
I am from Delta State. I was the captain of Ibori Golf and Country Club. As a matter of fact, my being a golfer was greatly influenced by the man that has just passed, a man we all call Epa, Sam Iradia. He was my mentor, he was a father, and you see, he's the kind of man that has no element of pride in him. He relates with everybody on the same pedestrian. I mean, most of us, for example, I've not played golf for a long time, but I have to be here today because I need to honor my father, Sam Iradia. We're going to miss him. We call him the power of the universe. And the memory of him in my life, is something I cannot, that I will always hold on to for a long time. He influences my life in a lot of ways. Advice, whenever I have anything that is affecting me, I call him. He would say, Daniel, my son, don't worry. You worry too much. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. And sincerely speaking, he was a wonderful man. Thank you.
We all called him a pal because of how much we revered him in the game of golf. All right, because he taught most of us this game. He took us round. He showed us the ethics of this game and his love for the sport. So it was like a big tower that all of us could hide under. So even when we are done with this thing, he will be the one to take charge. So he earned that a part of the universe. Even most people in other clubs, when they talk of what we call the jammy, he was in charge. So that was what a part was to us. And if you listen to what most people have said, that was a wonderful human. And when the game of golf is over, a part takes charge to ensure that things were done the right way, to ensure that the scores are collated, to ensure that those that took bets, paid their bets, and those that were brewed, as we say, paid their drink. But at the end of the day, that is what it is. It was not for the reverence we have for him. So when they call me acting a part, it is, let me put it this way, functional title to say, okay, take charge of what needs to be done at the end of the day. It is not a function of how old you are. So that is the way I see it.
Jammy was the word to describe the pattern of golf played by Pao, as he was fondly called, and some of the golfers, including Edo State Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, said he will be remembered as the inventor of what is now a national phenomenon in the game.
He is known to be one golfer that play golf across golf, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. And he's one man that introduced what they call jammy. When you come to play golf, you know what jammy is all about. But beyond that, he was a man full of life, a man that you are never tired being with him. And he's a man that showed that golf not only being a game of life, it's a game that you must show integrity. So he was a great man. He will be greatly missing, and the legacy he left behind will definitely linger on. You can see the number of people that came from other states to play in this tournament. I to tell you the kind of man he was and what he was to us in golf.
If there is anything like excellent human being, Sammy Radia was. He impacted on all he came across with. If you are not a friend, he will approach you to become one. And in so doing, he will impact both on your life, in and outside golf. My advice for the children would be they are stepping into their father's shoes. Though they have their own life to live, but they must build on what their father had left behind.
I handed over to somebody to act on his behalf. And that person is Katie. Even though he's saying I don't want to do contribution, we will make sure he has it.
Sammy Radia, as far back as when we were young, in the 70s, we were living in the same environment as Ogbelaka. We used to call him Sammy Ray. And by the time we all went to higher institution, we know him as Idi Amin. So I knew him ever before coming to golf.
Die. Yes. That's what he used to tell us. And that makes you a very strong golfer. Because when you're playing golf, you don't play with an empty stomach. It's a game for the elites. Thank God I grew up to meet a man like him. And he has encouraged me. When he came back to Benin, I went to see him with the captain of the club. He looked at me and said, "Are you not Tofoko?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You will do well." That's it.
I have had personal experience with him, and he has shown to me that to be a good man, you have to be good. He was a good man. He was a political leader that was flawlessly flawless. He was a political leader that people missed making him a governor. He aspired for it. A young commissioner then during the Abrosale government. Now as a golfer, I met him here. He encouraged me to play better golf. For all the names they choose to call me now, I can attribute him for his encouragement in the golfing circle.
One of these names are?
The PGA certified player.
He treated me with utmost respect. He respects women. He does not fool around. So we also respect him. Here he is called a Pao. And when he passes, we all cheer him. A Pao.
A cheer for life. A Pao means, the man in charge now. A Pa is a Pa. He's in charge. Finish. No, there's no deputy. He's in charge. That's what a Pa means. A Pao. A Pao.
A Pao was an enigma. And I believe that his shoes are too big for anybody to step into. But for now, we refer to one of the past captains of this club as acting a Pa.
He was chairman of the organizing and fundraising committee to build the new golf
hall that we have today, and he was able to mobilize young men to come play golf. So I'm proud of him.
Chief Sam Iradia was one of the first persons that introduced me to the game of golf. I started golf 21 years ago. I got my handicap May 1999, and we came in the heat of golf. Sam Iradia taught me the other side of golf. He made us know that golf was a game of life.
He was a fiery figure and taught me many things about life. The way he handled affairs in this club as the power of the universe was a leadership quality that you don't learn in this life. You are born with it.
His attitude to people was wonderful. He doesn't discriminate. He loves people. He encourages you each time he sees you, whether you're from Edo or not, anywhere you come from. Provided you play golf, you're a golfer, he encourages you and admires you.
He was a man that brings happiness to people. He wants to see everybody happy. Since I met him in the days of Ambusali when he was commissioner, in the late 70s, I've always enjoyed his presence.
You can't help but fall in love with him. My first game as a golfer was with him, and it was fun playing with him. He introduced me to Jammy, and that is a group I have been with.
He was my mentor. He was my political father in Benin Club. He gave me very useful advice that made me succeed for the 2 years I served as president of Benin Club.
As a Jammy master, I'm sure you've heard a lot of people say that his money does not sleep outside, and it means that. And I'll give an example.
The children and relatives of the deceased were full of appreciation to the members of Benin Golf Club for the honor done their father, as they were also advised to keep his legacy.
As his children, all we're going to try to do is try to emulate that to the best of our abilities. So we start with our local communities, we start with the people we know, we start with outreach programs. We are now working with St. Peter's Catholic Church. We're going to establish a foundation for heart disease and heart checkups. You know, just small things like that to be able to help people who might not have access to the adequate medical care. And we just want to do something like this to honor our father, because that is something that he wants us to do. But like I said before, he left very big shoes, and there are 7 of us children, and we're all just going to try to do our part small by small.
I will do what I can, but I understand Jammy, that's for him. But as he always said, if you make a bet, you pay your debt. No matter what, you pay your debt. And I will make sure I keep to that.
This is what I would have loved. So I'm so thankful and happy that everyone took the time to come out. So thank you all for everything that you have given of your time, of yourselves, to make that connection with my dad.
He always knew how to love people where they are. You didn't have to be at his level for him to love you. He provided that love freely and willingly. That's the kind of man my father was.
But now, anybody is going to be able to step into the shoes of Sam Iradia, because he's been there, great experience, brought many people into golf, and we're all just missing him, and we look forward to playing like he used to play. We just have to keep it for his sake. The winner for the category called Super Vet, and Super Vet is played by golfers over 70, and we had a good game, and God blessed it, and that's how we won this Super Vet.
Sam Iradia called me son. I was with him during his chieftaincy, and when he went before the Oba said, "Who is that white man?" And he said, "That's my son from America." So that's who I am. It's beautiful. It's a testament to the man. He was a great man, and I often sought his counsel on many things, and he was always ready to impart his wisdom on me.
My best uncle, my favorite uncle. That's why we are here today for this golf and tournament. He was more than a dad to me. when I was in a uni. I used to go to his office, governor's office. Then he was the chief of staff.
The past shoes are too big for anybody to fill. The assignment he has given to us will continue to do it to uphold golf. I'll remain active.
There was a fun-filled prize-giving ceremony held at the open course of the Benin Golf Court later in the evening, where guests were treated to delicious meal and assorted drinks with melodious music rendition. The high point of the evening event was when the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, joined the children of late Sammy Radia at the dance floor to the amazement of many.
That's Honorable Philip Shaibu.
Late Chief Sam Iradia was the two-time president of the Benin Club, which is the parent body of the Benin Golf Club. Emerson Edosa reporting.